Maybe this is thinking that you have a separate volume slider that works independently. I don't know, but okay. Everything seems to be good.
Hello there.
Alright, welcome to VR Citizen, everybody. This is honestly the third time I have filmed this today. Hopefully the Aegis Dynamics Expo is still over at the place at ArtCorp, but yeah, we have been having hell testing and getting VR audio with my new equipment working. At first I had this mic, then I had to install this boom arm, and then that wasn't working because it, was looking all over. I finally got my index mic to route through my system, but it's on a time delay, so I can't actually monitor it. But I think we have all the levels set. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching and doing the voodoo that you do. We're having a lot of people starting to watch all these videos, so you guys are all amazing. I appreciate all that. Comments, liking, subscribing, the voodoo that you do down below. And with that said, as soon as I get everything just nice and perfect here, expect me to be streaming practically every day or every other day with Star Citizen, and then at least making 2 Star Citizen videos a week, unless it's something like this week where we have Expos. So yeah, this is day 2 of the Expos, Aegis Dynamics. With that said, we will cut to the Expo floor. Alright, how was that intro? Sounded good? This is the third time I filmed this today, dude. You just want to strangle somebody sometimes. Okay, everything's fine. Stay safe and fly right if I don't see you. If it just completely dies, but yeah. This is day 2 of the Expos, folks.
Don't let hunger and thirst slow you down. While enjoying your day, be sure to treat
Okay, so yeah, Aegis Dynamics. Sorry, getting some screenshot fodder here. We need to make sure that we can use some of this for later. Good. Okay, cool. Alrighty, and yes, thank God, they haven't swapped over the Expo yet. Welcome to Aegis Dynamics, folks. So I was noticing the past couple times that we've been through here is that this hallway, unless this recruiting station is here, is always left kind of open, and I always ran right up the center. But I didn't know that you're supposed to use the stairs, apparently, as, made obvious by this giant One Empire sign they have blocking the path, which is not a path, but apparently the nice marble flooring. However, having said all that, fuck you if you're in a wheelchair, huh? Use the stairs! I guess they have a kind of side path right here next to it, but it's definitely not the standard, what do you call it? OSHA-approved 10-to-1 ratio as far as the angle of descent goes. Either way, welcome to Aegis Dynamics Day 2 of the Invictus Week Convention Center tours. We got the Retaliator, the Redeemer, the Hammerhead. On the left hall over here, we have all of the Vanguard series, as well as the Sabres and the Gladius. And then on the right side, we got the Stealth Bomber, and then the Avenger series. So, yeah, lots to do and see. In the future, wheelchairs are obsolete. Yeah, it should be hover chairs. Whoever's got wheels on anything is wrong. This is the future, damn it. The future that I deserve. Hey, I'm walking here. Alright, so, starting with the best and brightest as far as the boom it can give. The Retaliator Heavy Bomber. This bad boy, basically a torpedo ship. Do not mess with it. One of the United hang on, I gotta get into announcer voice here. Hello? One of the United Empire of Earth's most powerful warbirds, Aegis Dynamics Retaliator is a fearsome weapons platform designed to strike and kill capital ships. A key portion of the UEE's power projection, Retaliator squadrons have served with distinction against outlaws, the Van Duel, and elsewhere. Contact your local dealer today. But yeah, it's got plenty of turrets all over it that are pilotable, and it's decent defenses. Like, if you need to shoot torpedoes at somebody, this is definitely the... This is the ship to do it with. Huh. Alright, mind the bugs. Just swat them away. Up next, we have the Hammerhead, which is obviously, you know, the Corvette, I would call it, if I had to class it anywhere. It's a capital ship escort blockade runner. It basically has plenty of turrets all over it that are size 5 quad gun emplacements. There are 6 of those, totaling for 30 guns that are able to shoot in all directions. So, yeah. The patrol ship with multiple turrets designed to combat fighters, the Hammerhead is equally suited to support larger capital ships in a fleet or act as a flagship for fighter groups. It's quite impressive on the inside. It's a solid design. And I love the underslung cockpit, as you can see right there. So, you basically look down on the battlefield. And then, of course, we got the Redeemer, right? This is the Redeemer. Yeah. This is what happens when you design a horse by committee. You get something like a camel. CIG asked the Star Citizen fans what they wanted in a ship, and they're like, "Ooh, I want a gunship." Okay, cool. Yeah, and it's a fighter. Okay, cool. Yeah, fine. We'll give you some missiles and some... Oh, and my friends are going to have turrets. Okay, yeah, gunship, got it. Oh, and my friends are going to be able to, you know, drop out of it. So you want a dropship, fighter, gunship. That can also have, you know, I think there's internal amenities. That also has, like, yeah, sleeping and a toilet. Yeah, there's beds for 2 down here. This is the weirdest part. You got all your food and wardrobe and stuff like that. Beds for 4, actually, down here. There's the bathroom. The weirdest part, though, is that why are the bedrooms downstairs and the dropship upstairs? This makes no sense. If anything, like, all of these seats should be down there, and then all of those beds should be up here. Especially because you got all the components that lie right here. Honestly, the beds and stuff should be here, and then the components should be up here, but what do I know about ship design and ergonomics? Either way, we'll just head back down. So yeah, this is a starship, fighter, dropship, gunship designed by committee. And therefore, I honestly don't think it's really good at any of those things. I mean, maybe the gunship part. It's got that turret. It's got this big giant turret on the nose. It's got a turret for the driver. It's got a turret up there. It's kind of insane how much firepower it can actually bring to bear. Hey! Hey! I was about to read that. You're lucky. Alright, let's get over to the fighter hall. Bought that Fury the other day, couldn't help myself. Yeah, dude, I bought 3 of them. We're gonna have giveaways for 2 of them. Stay tuned, stick around for those watching on YouTube or the stream to find out more info on that. Still gotta figure out how to do giveaways. But yeah, we'll probably start with like an LTI Ranger or Tumbler or Rover type situation, ground vehicle. Then we'll go with one of the Furies next. But, welcome to the Fighter Hall. Well, the Titan Hall. You got the special loadout and livery variant, Masters of Flight. This is basically like the base version as far as the interior goes. But the exterior is what's kind of different. But yeah, the Titans, you got room for cargo, you got room for living, and you got room for flying. Nice cockpit space, living space, and cargo space. It's got all 3 of them in a nice frame and package. This is a great ship that you would want to probably upgrade out of a starter ship to. This is the patrol variant, though. This one has, what do you call it? prisoner transport pods, if that's your bag. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. We walk over here to the, what do you call it? This version is the Interdictor, and it is the Warlock. So you have to access the cockpit from the ladder, of which all variants have, because the entire back end is filled with this quantum device. And then this is the regular... He's just working on his calisthenics. Okay, this is the regular variant, just plain old normal average. And yeah, you got your cockpit, your living space, which is quite nice, I say. And then just enough cargo to do some damage with. You could transport a couple of small vehicles, very, very tiny ones, but that's about it. It's pretty good. It flies well. It's got oversized engine, so it definitely can, you know, pack a punch as far as speed and acceleration goes. And it's a decent fighter too. Very good upgrade, unless you're, you know, wanting something like a Cutlass to just be a jack of all trades as far as a starter ship. Something to buy after your starter ship. That brings us to the Eclipse bomber, the stealth bomber. The Eclipse is a bomber designed to get in and strike before it's ever been spotted. After extensive service with the UEE, this high-tech military equipment made its civilian market debut in 2947. So, yeah. This thing looks the part. It is just as mean as it looks. It's got torpedoes underneath, hard to detect. Like, you got to be real close to be able to target it. So good luck shooting it unless you got something that can get on top of it and you're aware of its presence. If you're not, though, well, you're shit out of luck. Dude. What are you, David Blaine? You know, maybe they should just get rid of the NPCs from the expo halls. How are they able to... What are they doing down there? What are you guys doing down there? Ridiculous. Yeah, maybe they should just turn them off. Oh, this is the fighter hall. We got heavy and light and stealth fighters here. These are the Vanguard series. The heavy fighters. We got the Harbinger. It's got torpedoes, rocket tubes. We got the Hoplite, which is a drop ship, transport ship, able to fit all of your mates and all of their guns. Then we have an interdictor-based one that's got some extra equipment in the back, and then the actual regular flight variant that's just the regular Vanguard. What is this one called? The interdictor one. The Sentinel, yes. So yeah, this has a lot of extra equipment inside. The beds are swapped to the opposite end on that one. And then up here, we have the regular loadout layout of the Vanguard series. Cockpit up front. You got, I guess technically this is cargo room, but not really. It's not a grid that you could store cargo on, but it's room for, you know, a small ground vehicle. You got your turret up top, you got a bathroom, you got the head, you got your beds, and you got your coffee machine. So yeah, solid for long-range heavy fighting. Kind of a good patrol ship. And all variants, no matter which ones you choose, have the 4 size 2 nose guns and then the bottom underslung size 5 mount, which can be a size 4 gimbal weapon. I prefer the Harbinger because it's got torpedoes and the same nose weaponry that the regular default loadout has, so might as well have a bit more firepower for your buck. This is the Saber, which is the stealth fighter. And, yeah, it does the part. Lady, come on, man. Part of Aegis Dynamics' Phase 2 of the new ship models, the Saber was designed as a space superiority fighter for those situations where you need to leave a lighter footprint. Designed to be a rapid responder, the Saber is more than capable of establishing battlefield dominance for any number of combat situations. So yeah, then you have the Masters of Flight Special Livery and Combat Loadout version here. And then you got your, what do you call it? Gladius Valiant, which is also a Masters of Flight variant. This is famed for the defense pilot Condi Hilliard for being the first human on record to defeat a Vandal in combat. So yeah, special livery and flight loadout. Looks like it's got disruptor cannons on the wings and a Gatling on the nose. Or a repeater, at least. So yeah, that's the fighter hall, folks. Heavy and lights and stealths. Let's head down to the holodeck, and that'll wrap it up for day 2 at the Invictus Week's tours. Okay, and rounding out our Expo experience, as always, is the holodecks. And we have, starting off, the Vulcan. Refuel, repair, rearm. Become a one-person support crew with the Aegis Dynamics Versatile Vulcan. Supplying aid to pilots on the fly, whether pinned down under heavy fire and in need of ammunition, low on quantum fuel after an ill-planned jump, or stranded to an unknown space with a busted thruster. A pilot in distress can always count on a Vulcan and its cadre of drones to lend speedy, efficient assistance. So yeah, you got drones to refuel, drones to repair, drones to rearm. It's a drone ship. Drones. It does drones. It's the one you're waiting for. It's a cool little ship. This little guy is interesting, but I don't know if you're going to see much use out of it outside of organizations that want one. It's a mine layer. It's the Nautilus. With 4 centuries of distinguished service under its belt, the Aegis Dynamics Nautilus Tactical Mine Layer represents the ultimate in strategic combat engineering with fully integrated mine deployment, sweeping, and disarming capabilities. So yeah, it does mines. It lays mines. It sweeps for them, and it can disarm them. Mines. It does mines. And those are those 2 ships, mines and drones. You got it covered. Aegis Dynamics. If you want drones and mines, Aegis Dynamics has you covered. Dude, I'm trying to do a thing. Aegis Dynamics has you covered. So yeah, that's it, folks. That's day 2 of the Expo. This is the 3rd time we've filmed it, and hopefully all of the audio situations are now fixed. I should be online and streaming practically every other day with VR Citizen, and some whatever else I feel like playing in the times in between that. I hope to get at least 2 or 3 Star Citizen, or, Star Citizen VR videos up a week, and then maybe 1 of another type. We'll probably end up doing 2 VR SC and like 1 other type, unless it's like, an Expo week like this where I gotta have like every other day a new Expo tour video up. But expect some stuff that we'll be doing in between that. We're gonna be doing all sorts of fun goodies on the stream. We have giveaways that we're planning with the Fury, as well as a few other ships that I have up my sleeves with LTI tokens. And yeah, the future is looking bright. So with that said, till next time, as always, stay safe and fly right. We're gonna head out now. I'm gonna make another video answering the age-old question that everybody asks about the Fury: how fast can it actually go? We will be flying them around the race courses trying to get platinum laps. But for now, we wait till tomorrow with Anvil Aerospace taking the halls. After that, we have Consolidated Outland, Origin Jumpworks, Tumble, RSI, and Argo Astronautics. Y'all take care.